If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where China's located, and what their major cities are like, and how they've become this economic juggernaut, and all that David Copperfield kind of crap, but I don't feel like going into it. Instead, I'll just tell you about these 10 facts about China that you might find interesting, or maybe you won't. It's hard to say with people. The Great Wall isn't so great after all. Everyone's always going on about the Great Wall like it's some big deal. It's long, sure, stretching over 13,000 miles, but don't think you can see it from the moon with the naked eye. That's just a phony story. It's a wall, after all, not a miracle. One-child policy isn't what it used to be. They had this one-child policy for years to keep the population in check, but they threw it out the window in 2015. Now it's a two-child policy, but the damage is done, you know? A whole generation of lonely children without siblings. It's sort of depressing if you think about it too much. Pandas aren't just cute and cuddly. People seem to think pandas are these gentle creatures, but they're wild animals. Sure, they munch on bamboo and look cute, but they've got teeth and claws. China's got tons of them in Sichuan, and they try to protect them and all, but they're not stuffed toys. Don't be a phony about it. They've got a whole forbidden city. They call it the Forbidden City, but it's not forbidden anymore. You can walk right in if you've got the money. It's got over 9,000 rooms, and it's all very royal and historical. But don't think you'll get to know China by looking at old buildings. Tea isn't just tea. Tea's a big deal in China. It's not just a drink. It's like a whole philosophy or something. They've got rituals and ceremonies. People spend their lives learning about it. Makes you wonder about what's really important in life, doesn't it? They speak a lot of languages. Mandarin is the official one, but there are loads of dialects. If you learn one, don't think you'll understand someone from another part of the country. It's all very confusing if you ask me. The Terracotta Army's just standing there. Thousands of life-sized soldiers and horses, all made from clay, just standing there for over 2,000 years. People make a big fuss about it, but they don't do anything. They just stare. They're big on bikes. Bicycles are everywhere. They even have bike-sharing programs. It's all very green and healthy, I suppose. I can't see why you'd want to ride a bike in some of those crowded cities, though. World's highest mountain and all. Mount Everest is right there on the border with Nepal. It's very tall. People die trying to climb it. Makes you wonder why they bother. Economy's no joke. They've got one of the largest economies in the world, but it's not all glitz and glamour. People work hard, factories churn, pollution's a mess. It's all very complicated and adult-like. So there you have it. 10 facts about China that may or may not mean anything to you. It's a big place with a lot of history and a lot of people. But don't think you'll understand it just by reading a list. That's the kind of thing a phony would do. If you want to know China, you'll have to go there and see for yourself. Just don't expect it to make any sense. Nothing really does if you look too closely.